we're gonna correct that mistake today and launch our next rocket, which is going to be another pencil. And we might get another launch into this video, but I'm going to try and keep this one a little bit shorter than the other one, just because we're going to have it try to be more streamlined. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video, and I'll show you guys what's going on today. And here we are on the pad with the Pencil 7. I think one of the furthest along rocket designs I've ever had in a save in a while. Because it failed so many times. This time is a little different. Now that we have a concrete pencil design. We're probably going to save the booster as a sub-assembly later so then we can use it on future rockets. Because, funny enough, this thing actually has enough fuel to reach orbit, and if you added some extensions, you could probably make this into its own little rocket design. So we'll definitely be keeping the pencil by all means, but we're probably going to change the name of the payload instead of keeping it as pencil, because really that's just the booster, and like the rocket. The payload inside is really what names it, so I just kept it as pencil for sake of simplicity. However, now that we are becoming a truly revolutionary space program, we gotta have better names than just pencil. Okay, and we have received a very special mission. Our contracts have given us return to Kerbin from orbit, and the Blue Dog Design Bureau's photo reconnaissance from a polar orbit. Now, I saw this as an opportunity to do a 2-in-1 and as well make an advanced satellite. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have the parts, but we're going to be using the pencil. At least a modified version of the pencil. It's probably going to have a solid fuel, or not solid fuel, a liquid fuel second stage. Because unfortunately, I don't think we will have enough to make it otherwise. I mean, maybe, but I want to make something new. So we need to make a photo reconnaissance satellite that can also return from to Kerbin, not from Kerbin. Which means we need the keyhole return capsule. I use this thing religiously in some of my other saves. It's this little tiny capsule that allows you to store science experiments in it and get the maximum scientific outcome from that experiment, which is really useful. Honestly, I feel like normal Kerbal Space Program should have the ability for like a tiny little satellite thingy that can hold science, that you don't have to do like a big bulky thing to return. Now obviously you can return stuff in Kerbal, but this makes it a lot easier. And I think we need the Bloodhound... Which camera system? Oh. It's just one picture. This thing can only take one picture anyway, so we will be taking a very small image of that section, I guess. And now it's time to make one of the things that I'm really good at. Okay, and here we are on the pad with our second launch of the day. The Mapper 1. Kind of a boring name also, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't always mean having a fancy name to build a rocket. So, with this, we are going to be launching our first mapping satellite, which has to be in a polar orbit. It has to be in an inclination between 74.6 and 101.9, which basically just means, I think, in full polar. And then an apoapsis below 120,330 meters and a periapsis below 76,000. Pretty easy, I would hope. So we will see what happens. We got photographed the images of the poles. Well, one part of the pole. We gotta find the ice cap is basically what we're doing. So all we have to do is take a picture of the ice caps and boom, done. Should be pretty easy. Probably. Offset or something on it. Unfortunately, that means that our capsule is going to have to separate. Wait, did I just jettison the heat shield? Oh no. Oh no. Minor difficulties. Well, that didn't go well on multiple levels, and unfortunately that means we're gonna have to relaunch it. Although I do think we have some science we can unlock, yes. We might get stability. So we can actually have fins instead of other engines. So we'll modify it a little bit. We do appear to be in a little bit of a predicament. And come on. Come to a stop. There we go. And finally, we've come to a stop. And closed another very unsuccessful rocket. Well, on the bright side, we've gotten 11 points of science, and unfortunately, that's all the time I have for today to do our Kerbal Space Program. I'm sorry that that episode was so short, but, you know, it's just how it goes sometimes. We did get all the upgrades in on our space program. We have everything leveled up to level 2. including the research and development. So we now have everything at level 2, which means we can, I think, see our orbital line now. Kerbals can plant flags. And we have the administration, which I just realized we didn't do anything about. Alright, and there we go. So thanks for watching. Oh, and I forgot to say, if you guys comment what you want your Kerbal to be named, I will give you guys a free Kerbal.